my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. I'm enjoying a lovely Starbucks. I want to thank those of you who have sent me a card. Mwah! It is yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so what do we have today? We are going to do a 10-minute cleanup, and I have a very specific thing I'm going to do, and we're going to do that on the other side of the table. I want to show you those options for the shelving with the border on there, because I think that makes a difference. And then I found a piece of fabric for the summer memories, the baskets for the cornerstones, and I think that I like it. So we're going to take a look at that. Plus, I don't know, a few other things. So first, let me get the camera and we're going to look over here. So here is the border fabric that I purchased. So I have that already, and you can see how the black is really, really heavy. Like, I'm almost thinking now of removing that black one altogether and having no black at all, solid black, unless I do like this. See here where I have the bookbind on it, then it breaks it up more because I also have that plaid. So let me just show you the other two options. I've got a piece hanging there. Here is the black and white check, or plaid, or whatever you want to, gingham, whatever you want to call it. That's the black and white one, which is a lot lighter than the black, and it goes well with the others. But now let's look at the gray, because I'm thinking, see, there it is, the gray's laying there. That's the one I'm leaning towards. And there's the gray for the shelf. Now, it's a bigger scale than that black and white, and because there's a lot of gray in this line, I really like the gray with it. Someone asked if I wanted to try a brown, but there is no brown in this project. And I don't want green, because this green is very particular and it's not something I have a lot of. It's just a really particular, like a sagey green. So I think this is it. This is it, because it's going to give the feel of the shelf, and it's not going to be so dark and heavy. And I am definitely thinking of either taking that book out, or if I put maybe some on the, I still have the third row, so I don't know, we'll see. Looking at it with the border makes a huge difference, because that really showed to me that the black was just much, much too heavy and out of scale for what was going on, because there really isn't any, there is a sort of softer black in the plaid, that one plaid, but it doesn't have, and there are some other blacks in the line, but still, anyways, they're just using them in smaller pieces, which means the balance of it was really off with that dark of a shelf. So that was the border. And okay, so now Summer Memories is our basket quilt. Where is the book? You guys should know this book by now, right? Right. Here it is. So this guy, and the basket quilt. There we go. So I wasn't happy with that red. Now, Susan used pink. She used pink in her cornerstones. I could go watch the video too to see again, because I had it here. But I went looking around, because I thought that often there's pinky reds that are not coral, which is a little bit more orangey, but pinky reds. So they're really light. They're not that kind of true red. So I found this one, and it has blue flowers in it. So I'm like thinking, this has to be perfect. This has to be it. And I have enough of it. This is one of Amy Sinibaldi's fabrics. It was called Charleston, which was out a while ago, and I used it for a whole project, and I loved it so much. So anyway, let's take a look. Let's see how that one looks on close-up. All right, so there it is with these pinky reds instead of the red plaid. So here is the red plaid, which I will go ahead and put one there. Does it make a huge difference? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. But it kind of does to me. Well, it's dark like that, but I kind of like just having that blue in it. Susan did the pink, but I think this is it. I'm going to go with this because of it having blue in there as well. And I don't know if there's enough for binding. There's a nice chunk there, but it might be a little bit squizzy to make binding out of it. So binding will probably be one of my birdsong fabrics, because I have access to more of that. I don't think it's totally sold out. Okay, so there you go on that project. So there, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to just do it. And put those 4 blocks together as well. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. Okay. The gnomes, Norm, Nannette, Baby Bob, and Little Lucy are our traveling adventurers. If you're new to my channel, back not 10 months ago or so, a year ago almost, I had made a Norm panel from the Norm and Nannette pattern by Elizabeth Hartman. And I had Norm hanging in my studio here, in the back, different places, for a long, long time. And then I got the idea, maybe Norm should just travel around and go visit some people, and that'd be kind of fun. And so he went first and traveled and visited our friend Kendall in Australia, where he got married in a real church with Kendall there to watch and witness it. So he married his love, Nannette, who Kendall is his cousin, I guess you could say. Kendall sewed up Nannette. So then he went over to visit my friend. They went as a couple and visited my friend Jane Davidson in Australia before they left Australia, and Baby Bob. And then on their ventures, they've gone to a bunch of our ambassadors. They've gone to the Fat Quarter Shop. They've gone to a cruise. So they've been doing a lot of things. They had Little Lucy when they were visiting Barb. Oh, they had a house built for them. And so now they are in Maryland visiting our ambassador, Kathy. And so let's take a look. As soon as the gnomes arrived at Kathy's, she took them to see their cousins, Chris and Christine. So Norma and Nannette had not seen Chris and Christine for a long time, and of course they have not met Baby Bob and Little Lucy. And so you will note that Chris and Christine are kind of perpetually Christmassy because they are dressed in Christmas fabrics. Kathy took a workshop with Elizabeth Hartman, the designer of the pattern, and that is the fabrics that she used that time. So I just love it. Love them together. Okay, so after that, they had to go to explore the backyard because, they were restless from all that travel. So the little ones, there's Baby Bob and Little Lucy, had to climb up in the giant robot because, doesn't everybody have a giant robot in their backyard? Of course. So off they went. They had some adventures now. They went over to the senior center, and there they found a little sewing going on in the senior center. But before they kind of met everybody, the first thing they had to do was explore the cabinet, of course. So, so in the cabinet they found the sewing supplies, and so they felt right at home. After that, they had to check out what Lynn was sewing over at her table, and she's working on a Barnstar quilt. So cute. So they got to visit with Lynn for a little while. Gave Kathy a break. Yeah. Now you can't come, to town and not go in the summer to a ball game, baseball that is. So Kathy was able to take them to the ballpark. She said this is actually a minor league game where it is a new team to their area, and they won't announce the name of the team until later in the month. So isn't that cool? So they were kind of getting this preview of things to come, and here they all are having a super fantastic time. This is part of the Atlanta League for those of you who are really into baseball and want to follow that. Then they stopped over at That's So Hillary to meet Hillary. So here she is for a photo shoot for the magazine. So doesn't she look good? And there she is now with the gnomes. And she said that she thought the little ones were just so darn adorable. All right, so they've had some adventures. They're going to have another few adventures with Kathy, and then they're probably going to come and see me. Today is Scrap-i-licious on our calendar, and I have not put any of the aqua blocks up there for a while, but this is the stack. I don't even know how many are in here. I haven't counted. I don't want to count, but I know it's not enough yet. So I am going to go ahead and put a bunch of them up there just so we can see what they look like and bask in their glory. So there is maybe half the stack. Yeah, and it's 8 across right now and 7 down. So 8 across is 64. and the top of a queen size bed, just edge to edge with no hanging over, is 60 inches wide. So that needs to be, 10 more on either side. I forget, I figured it out once how many I need across, and then a little bit, then the drop to go down off the end of the bed. So that, because I'm going to make this big enough to put on my bed. So I have to count all these sometime and figure it out. Now, one of our friends had said, oh, what if the aqua truck panel, if this would look cute with the squares around it. So this is why we make these. We sew them while we're sewing other things, so we have them to play around with, and they are great to put around panels. So let me just stick the panel up here, sort of to view. Let's say that we want to do a 3-inch around it. So I would put it here, and then let me get the other camera so that we can actually see it. Oh, so cute. I can just tell already, so cute. Okay, let me show you up close. Look at that. So like you could close off that side, but there would be like with it, just with the squares around it. Isn't that darling? Like, and if you wanted to, you could actually cut these apart and put them all around, so that you weren't using the panel just as it is. You could just sprinkle them around. You just would have to cut them so that they were on a 2-inch grid. So cut them, 8.5 by 10.5. Anything where you can get like the even number grids, because these are 2.5-inch squares. Now, this panel is with the fabric line I showed you, the Spring Hill Farm. At the Fat Quarter Shop, you guys bought all the panels and the Fat Quarter bundles, which had the panel, but the fabrics themselves, there's still tons of really cute ones, like the chicken wire and the chickens themselves. Look at this. You could pick up some cute fabrics. And then this has teal, which I'm going to have to put a few of these teals in the quilt too. But yeah, that looks really good, don't you think? Super cute like that. Just darling. Well, I want to give you an update on Red, White, and June, the Fat Quarter Shop's cross stitch along. And remember I said, I'm a slow cross stitcher because I don't do very much of it each day, so you can't progress very fast. So I decided I would try the Star Spangled ornaments and do the pie. Where's the pie? This guy, the little pie here. Isn't that cute? Well, the fabric is the really small weave, which I have never done before. And so here mine is so far. Tiny, you have to do over 2, and so it is very slow for me, but I do want to move along. I'm going to try to focus on it. It's tiny, so I can put it in that cute little pie pan and display it, but I need to do a little bit more stitches each day than I have been, which is fine. I will get there, and then I will move on and do one of the Summer Memories cross stitches, because in the back there's a bunch of, I have to figure out which one still. I'm not sure. I bought the plaid gingham, and so I don't know. I might want to do that one. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's look at the Sew Sampler box, because I don't want to get behind on that. So it's time for reveal of the Sew Sampler box, and I don't look in them beforehand. And then this year you can buy the box individually, and this is where the pressed flowers pattern is, and I am doing it with my sleepover because they're so cute. Okay, hold on, let's take a look. So let's open the box. Here it is, the sweetest thing from May 2023. So excited, so excited. This always has a coupon on the back, and so your coupon is for 20% off layer cakes. So when you buy the box, either a single box or your subscription, you're going to get the coupon. Layer cakes are awesome. 20% off is a good deal, good deal. Okay, put that over there. So they always have a little card in here, and that tells you what everything is, gives you a little description, that kind of thing. But we're going to dive in. We are just going to dive in. Oh my goodness. Oh my, look. These are the little macaroon shapes. I have one of these that's a container. I think it probably came in the Sew Sampler. You take the lid off, and I actually keep my cross stitch needles in there. This is different. This one is a magnet and a needle case. Look how cute this is. Shaped like a little macaroon cookie. So that is what the sweetest thing. Oh my gosh, so darling. Okay, so my needle is stuck on here, so I'll just show you. There on the edge is a pin cushion, and then, oops, not that side, this side. This side's the magnet. There we go. So cute. You can use it while you are doing binding, for those of you who don't do a lot of hand applique, embroidery, cross stitch, whatever. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so cute. I love cute things. Just love cute things. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, these are fabulous. If you've never had one before, you can run a ribbon through here and you can wear it around your neck and it's a thread cutter. So all those little slots will cut your thread, but it's safe, so you can't cut yourself or anything like that. Plus you can just stick it right in the top of a spool of thread, and then you can just, cut it like without holding it. They are really great. Some beautiful threads. These are Mettler threads. They are great neutral colors, a sort of beige and a white. Beautiful. Oh, how cute. So pretty. Nail files. Oh, I got 2 new colors of nail polish yesterday. This is not one. This is the same stuff. I'm going to take that off and put on the other ones then. Oh, great. I love nail files. And cute, fun sewing nail files. Yes, yes, please. What else? There's always fabric in your Sew Sampler box, and then a pattern to use it. You usually have to buy a background fabric. So in this one you need a background, and then of course your binding. But this is by Fig Tree fabric. And here, we're just going to open it real quick because you want to be able to see it. And the fabric is called Fruit. Oh, this is the Fruit Cocktail. This is a super, super popular. I think it's sold out a lot. I don't even know. I have to check what's there of it still. That Summer Blue. So it's red, white, and blue. Look at this. Fruit Cocktail. And on red. Wow, so cute. So now I can just make this. This is exclusive to the box. So this year you'll be able to buy a separate box for each of the months. So, oh, look at this. I love the cherries. Look at the cherries. On blue and on minty green and on yellow. Oh, that little house is so cute. Did I tell you the size of it? 58 by 58. It's a pretty big size. You could do that as a baby quilt. We all love to make baby quilts. Oh, I love this pattern. No wonder this sold out. I don't think it's sold out, but I think a lot of it has sold. It was very popular. They did a lot of people love it. Okay, and some stripes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, I just may have to whip this little guy up. He does not look like he's hard to do. He looks like he's a quickie project. Okay, then the other thing is we have the pressed flower blocks that come in this. You have a pattern for that in here, and I just want to show you mine. We're just going to skip right to mine because I'm doing it with the sleepover fabric, with my sleepover fabric. Look, got to get it. Whoops, got to get in the picture. Sorry about that. There we go. Here's block number 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And let me just, here's block number 1. Look. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. So excited. There we go. So there's the block and the Sew Sampler box. These come in it. So if you are purchasing or a subscriber, you're going to be getting these patterns with each of the boxes. Well, you just get one. This was last month's, and this is this month's. They're so cute. Okay. All right, my friend. Okay. So I got to the end. I was reviewing the whole video before I uploaded it and noticed that I totally zoned out and didn't do the 10-minute cleanup. So we will do that on Monday. I hope you enjoyed seeing Norm and Nannette and a little bit of Scrap-i-licious. Let me know if you were also doing the 2.5-inch squares. I would love to see or hear about your journey with 2.5-inch squares if you're doing one like me. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone.